to thermal expansion. Define coefficient of linear, area and volume thermal expansion. As you can see, the thermal expansion is defined as the change in dimension of the body as a change in temperature. So the thermal expansion of an object is a consequence of the change in average separation between its constituent atoms or molecule. So it can change in shape. At ordinary temperature, molecule vibrate with a small amplitude. As the temperature increase, so the amplitude increase. This causes the object as a whole to expand. So actually dia ada dua case lah, which the shrink or dia akan expand, whether dia kena high temperature or cold temperature. Okay, so we have three types of thermal expansion: is linear expansion, area expansion, and volume expansion. Okay, based on linear expansion, we consider a thin rod of initial length L0 at temperature T0 is heated to a new uniform temperature T and they acquires L as shown in figure below. So if you can see, when the initial length is heated at a certain new temperature, so they will increase in length. Okay, so dia akan produce new length. So when we want to calculate the change in length, so length yang lama, actual length you tolak dengan new length, so you akan dapat delta L. So kat sini you akan nampak lah dia ada linear expansion. Okay, so it is found experimentally that delta L is directly proportional to change of T as long as delta T is not too large. Okay, selalunya perbezaan tu tak banyak lah. Okay, and then as you can see here also, delta L change in length is directly proportional with L0. Okay, for the same temperature increase means that delta T increase with the same change of T. So dia kata 4 meter long iron rod will increase in length twice as much as 2 meter long iron rod. 2 meter long you heated pada certain temperature change. Okay, so dia naik 4. And then 4 pula you heated lagi pada same change in temperature, so dia mungkin naik jadi 8. Macam itulah. Okay, so the equation relate with this linear expansion is delta L change in length is equal to coefficient of linear expansion times with actual length L0 and times with change in temperature. So change in temperature actually T minus T0. And then doesn't matter in Kelvin or in degree Celsius, because the change in temperature also calculate the changing between them. Okay, so for coefficient of linear expansion also we have in terms of per Kelvin and per degree Celsius. Pun tak apa kalau you masuk dalam formula. Okay, tak ada masalah. Okay, change in length is equal to L minus L0, new length minus actual length. Okay, so what is the coefficient of linear expansion? Alpha. Okay, coefficient of linear expansion is defined as a fractional increase in length of a solid per unit rise in temperature. So you rearrange the equation before previous equation, so you get alpha is equal to delta L divided by actual length times with change in temperature. So since delta L is equal to L minus L0, so therefore you can rearrange new equation when you want to determine the new length, the value of new length. Okay, when we heated at a certain temperature, right? So you nak cari length yang baru, so equal to actual length times with 1 plus alpha delta T. Okay, so notes that if delta T is negative, so delta L also negative. So the length decrease and vice versa. And then the temperature change delta T is the same in Kelvin and in Celsius scale. So kalau dia bagi dalam Celsius, tak perlu tukar dalam Kelvin. Okay, next the unit of alpha is per degree Celsius or per Kelvin. Okay, length could be the length of the rod, the side of the square plate ataupun diameter of the radius of a hole. Tu kita consider sebagai dalam satu group yang sama lah, itu linear expansion. Okay, note that the linear expansion has no meaning for liquids and gases since they do not have fixed shape. So maksudnya kita tak boleh nak consider lah liquid dengan gases ni dalam linear expansion sebab bentuk ni tidak tetap. Okay, so ini adalah contoh-contoh lah, length ataupun side of the square and then radius of the hole. Okay, next is area expansion. Okay, what is area expansion? Dia adalah type of expansion involve the expansion of surface area of an object. So consider a plate with initial area A0 at the temperature T0 and then is heated into new uniform temperature. So dia akan expand new A, then you akan dapat change in area. Okay, so macam ni lah kalau area asal dia yang ni and then kita heated with the new temperature, so dia akan lagi expand. So bila dia expand, so dia akan dapat change of A yang ni lah. Okay, alright. So next, this is a formula for the change in area is equal to coefficient of area expansion. We call it as beta times with actual area and times with change of temperature. So here when we say about area expansion, so you kena gunalah coefficient of area expansion. We call it as beta. Okay, coefficient of linear expansion is defined as the fractional increase in area of the solid per unit rise in temperature. So change in area divided by actual area times with change of T. So it's beta. Beta also equal to 2 times coefficient of linear expansion. Sometimes question bagi kita linear expansion tapi dia suruh kita kira untuk change in area. So you kena tahu macam mana relation antara beta dan alpha. Okay. So since kita ada change in area is equal to area minus A0, so therefore we can rewrite kalau nak cari new area is equal to area naught times with 1 plus beta delta T. Okay, so beta punya nilai unit dia sama dengan alpha iaitu per Celsius or per Kelvin. Okay, next is a volume expansion. We consider the metal cube with the side length L is heated and expand uniformly and shown in figure below. So you ada satu shape and then kita letak pada satu temperature, new temperature. So dia akan increase dia akan produce the new volume. Okay, so it's found that experimentally that delta V is equal to is directly proportional to initial volume times with change of T. So daripada sini kita boleh buat equation lah di mana mathematically change in volume is equal to coefficient of volume expansion iaitu gamma times dengan V0 times delta T means change in temperature. So what is the coefficient of volume expansion gamma? Volume expansion gamma is the defined as the fractional increase in volume of the solid per unit rise in temperature. So inilah formula dia lah, sama macam formula linear, sama dengan formula area. Bezanya ada kamu tukar jadi length, change of V ataupun change of area. So this is the relationship of coefficient of volume expansion with the coefficient of linear expansion. Gamma is equal to 3 times of alpha. Okay, so kalau nak cari V yang baru, new V when increase temperature, so you boleh cari V is equal to V0 times 1 plus gamma delta T. So the unit for gamma is per Celsius or per Kelvin.